accident investigation and reporting. As a safety officer, this is one very important aspect of your job because nobody is going to go and check what happened. You are the one that is going to check what happened. You are the one that will find out whether it's a fault of the workforce, whether it's a fault of management, whether it's act of God, whether it's external forces that caused it. You are the one. Accident investigation is an important part of any safety management system. Without a detailed and thorough investigation, management has no true knowledge of reasons why accidents occur and how to prevent them from reoccurring. Every accident occurring must be promptly reported by victims or witnesses. This is very important because without such information, okay, James, we are on accident investigation and reporting. This is very important because without such information, the machinery or investigating it will not be sent in motion. When accidents are not investigated, lessons that should be learned may have been learned from them will be lost. On the other hand, accidents that are promptly reported by the fastest means of communication available receive immediate attention. So I'd like you to have some numbers that you can use. If you have traffic accident, you should call 122, Federal Road Safety Call. Traffic accident, call it crash.
122.
Yes, 122. Then if you have other emergencies, you call 112, NEMA.
Other emergency.
Yes, you call 112. And if you have mob attack, community unrest, you call the military on 193. 193, military, mob attack. Then if it is fire-related accidents, you call fire service. The list of the fire services states there are much. I'm going to forward it to you people as we proceed. Purpose of accident investigation. Accident investigation has been and still viewed by many employees as a fault-finding exercise. They regard it as activity to find out whom to blame, a scapegoat, or someone to whom sanctions will be applied. Such employees neither report accidents nor cooperate during investigation. So, as safety officers, when you are talking to the workforce in the morning during pep talk, tell them that please, when accident occur, they should just be open and give out the information. The number of reasons why people don't report accidents are there: fear of discipline, concern about safety record of the group, concern about reputation, and all of that. So accident investigation have sound objectives, which include the following: 1, to prevent reoccurrence; 2, to locate the causes; 3, to determine the costs; 4, to publicize the causes; 5, to fulfill legal requirements. Government regulations such as the Factories Act of 1990 and Mineral Oil Safety Regulations 1997 require that comprehensive reports of any serious accident occurring during company's operations must be made known to the appropriate authority. A detailed investigation must be carried out to ensure compliance with these requirements. Another reason for accident investigation is for compilation of data. Another reason is for payment of compensation. Accident reporting and investigation are essential in ensuring proper medical attention and documentation for the purpose of employee compensation claims. To pinpoint areas where additional training is needed, resulting in reduced accident frequency. Like before now, when firefighters go and fight fire, they don't care to detoxicate their system. They fight the fire, they take in a lot of CO2, carbon monoxide start affecting their lungs. But after seeing so many people affected by cancer of the lungs as firemen, from investigation, it was discovered that they are not detoxicating their systems immediately after fighting the fire. So they now introduced the intake of milk. When you mix milk with water immediately after fighting fire, or if you are somewhere and you inhale too much carbon monoxide, you mix milk with water and you drink it, there will be a chemical reaction, oxidation and reduction, and you will have detoxification of your system. So the CO2 will not affect your lungs anymore. So pinpoint areas where additional training is needed. So there are a lot of techniques for investigation of accidents, and there are stages. The first stage of investigating accident is deal with the immediate risk. As a safety officer in industry, if you get to a place and accident occur, later we're still going to talk about the dew point observation cycle. But as a safety officer, you have to deal with the immediate risk. If you get to the place and there is slip and trip, and somebody's body is scraped and blood is coming out, you have to deal with the immediate risk, which is loss of blood. Or if the person almost broke the bone, you have to deal with the immediate risk. But if the people are much, you have somebody that is bleeding, you have somebody that broke the bone, you have somebody that have fainted. Who are you going to attend to first? You are going to attend to the person that fainted first. Okay? That's why we are going to do cardiopulmonary resuscitation shortly when we get there. Now, if it is somebody that is bleeding, you need to check whether it is deep cut, up to 3 millimeter cut. If it is deep cut, you have to use your iodine, spirit, and all of that. But if it is shallow cut, shallow bruise, you need to use your cicatrine powder to stop the surface. So you need to know what to apply at a particular time. That's why you are told that you should deal with the immediate risk before you start asking questions. What caused it? Who caused it? Who's and all of that. You have to deal with the immediate risk. Next, you evaluate. You select the level of investigation. You evaluate the information you get. Investigate the event. Record and analyze the results. So there are standard ways of reporting your accidents. Let me show you the form. Okay, this is it. So the important parameters here, they are, you want to record whether the accident is minor. That's accident that there's no blood flow. You want to check whether, you need to record whether the accident is major. Accident that there is flow of blood. You want to check whether the accident is fatal, and you have to record when there is death. You need to check whether the accident, there was damage to property, and you need to record if there was damage to environment. So those are basic information that you need to provide. Like I said, this is your manual for the work. You are not formulating any format by yourself. The formats, standard formats, international standards formats are here already. You just have to use them. So when you start practicing, just go and print out this form and use it for your report. Prepared by your name and your signature. This brings us to the syndicate exercise. Okay, you have a syndicate exercise, a case study which you will be given now, and you will tell us what your view is. Last year, a contractor hired a house from an indigene for use as a base camp. As good neighbors, the indigene requested the contractor to extend electricity to his own living quarter, which was barely 1.5 meters away. Both parties agreed that only one point of light would be supplied to the power. A thin flexible cable was used for the connection. After some time, indigent landlord hooked up other electrical appliances like fan, fridge, hair dryer, etc. While the main electricity supply line remained a thin flexible cable. One night, while the guards were asleep, fire started from the landlord's house. Every attempt to put out the fire with the available extinguisher failed. Though the contractor's personnel had access to radio and telephone, they could not get immediate help from a nearby fire station because they did not have the telephone number of the fire station. 1 hour later, the fire service was called in. Meanwhile, property worth over 1 million naira had been destroyed. One of the findings of the investigation team was that the contractor's field camp have never been audited. That's why we talk about audit. When you do audit, you also check, have the people been trained? The workmen in that place, have they been trained? You check a lot of things that you check. The checklist will meet it, they are still there in the front. But for the purpose of this syndicate exercise, you are expected to list 4 unsafe acts, unsafe conditions that contributed to the accident, identify all the parties that contributed to the accident, and state what they could have done to prevent it. 3. What recommendation do you have for this organization to prevent reoccurrence of the accident? So I'll be stopping here so that you can go ahead and do the syndicate exercise and submit online. Thank you very much. When we come back, you can ask your questions.